light is blinking, the people rush on by. Clouds are forming random shapes across the city sky. It looks like pure disorder, a mess of noise and chance. But I am looking deeper at the chaotic dance. I'm counting up the intervals, I'm tracking every car. I'm mapping out the distance to the furthest star. The curiosity is math, the curiosity is code. To find the hidden logic on the busy road. Does the noise repeat itself? Is there a secret clue? A fractal hidden in the center of the dissolves to gray. The randomness returns to rule the disarray. But I have seen the blueprint, I know that it is there, hiding in the traffic and the texture of the air. The chaos is a mask, the chaos is a veil, covering the tracks of the universal trail. I keep the secret code, I keep the mental map, caught inside the beautiful and logic trap. Understand the how and to understand the why. It can't be I silence all the echoes of the other lesser voices. I'm drilling to the center, the atom of the art, the single beating muscle of the giant complex heart. It has to be an equation, simple and elegant, the proof of the genius, the undeniable print. Cut the wire. Cosmic heart, prime source. I sit before the answer, it's smaller than I thought. The battle for the knowledge was furiously fought, but now I see the seed, the tiny little grain that grew into the forest and the heavy golden plate. The genius isn't volume, the genius isn't loud. It's the simple silver lining on the heavy gray cloud. I hold the key in hand, the mystery is done. I know the secret logic of the burning sun. One key set free. Be rendered on is a blank. The river of the numbers breaks upon the bank. I feel a strange relief, a quiet sense of pride, that there are things that humans can effectively hide. The magic isn't logic, the magic isn't clear. It's the messy, undefined ability to fear. The soul is the only secret that we get to keep. System down. The human crown. The human crown. Without a boat or a sail, the impossible inquiry, the riddle of the sphere. The answer is far away and yet it feels so near. My brain begins to nod, my brain begins to twist, trying to hold the fog inside the closed fist. It's frustrating and beautiful, the wall I cannot climb, the paradox existing outside of space and time. I push the thought further than it is meant to go. I'm swimming in the river that doesn't really flow. The limitation feels like a jagged, heavy bar, but I am reaching past it to the invisible star. The curiosity is endless, the hunger is profound, to walk upon the sky and not the solid ground. No ground. It's the paradox, the question without end, the intellectual horizon that will never bend. I love the chase of it, I love the open space, the thrill of running in the unsolvable race. The answer doesn't matter, the seeking is the key. The impossibility is what sets the spirit free. I'm dancing on the edge of what the mind can know, watching the impossible garden start to grow. Paradox. I stop the mental fight, I let the question float. A paper message inside a drifting boat. I accept the mystery, accept the blind spot. Happy with the little understanding I have got. The universe is bigger than the logic in the head. I lay the heavy question in the riverbed. I built a house of glass, transparent and so clean. The perfect presentation of the social scene. But down underneath the ground, below the conscious stare, there is a heavy iron door waiting for me there. I never turn the handle, I never use the key. It holds the darkest version of the hidden me. But the curiosity is scratching at the wood to understand the bad inside. The surface good. What monster is alive in the cellar of the mind? What broken little secrets am I going to find? I walk down the steps, the air is getting thick, the heartbeat in my chest is getting fast and sick. I need to face the shadow, I need to see the face of the thing that I have exiled from the living space. The lock begins to turn, the rust begins to break. I'm risking everything for the curiosity's sake. Open wide, look inside, 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 look inside. It's the forbidden floor, the locked chamber of the soul. The part of me I lost when I lost all control. The anger and the hunger, the jealousy and fear. Everything I hid accept the darkness. I invited upstairs to sit beside the light on the living room chairs. I lock the door no more. The house is fully open. The silence of the shadow is finally broken. Whole again, whole again, whole again, whole again, whole again. Where I've been. Where I've been. The name is on the paper, the signature is black. A powerful influence that has no track. They move the money around, they change the city law, but no one ever sees the hand or sees the claw. I'm obsessed with the phantom, the ghost within the wire. The curiosity is burning like a cold blue fire. Who is the puppeteer? Who pulls the heavy string? Who is the silent lord? Who is the secret king? I'm digging through the treasure. I'm digging through the fire to walk the dangers and the forbidden mile. I trace the IP address. I follow the money trail. I'm getting closer to the tear within the veil. The tension is electric, the danger is real. I'm peeling back the layers of the heavy seal. I need to see the face, I need to know the name to understand the winner of the shadow game. Is it true? It's the mask of source, the final revelation, the secret identity of the foundation. I'm standing at the door, I'm turning the lock, prepared for the silence and prepared for the shock. Is it a monster? Is it just a man? Part of the chaotic or the master plan? The curiosity is fatal, curiosity is sweet. To unmask the legend on the dark and empty street. The door swings open wide, the chair turns around. I look upon the face and I don't make a sound. It's just a quiet person with a tired, heavy eye. Not a demon falling from the burning sky. The mystery evaporates, the power drains away. Just another human having a bad day. The answer is disappointing, the answer is so small. The wizard isn't tall behind the garden wall. I close the door again. I leave the mask in place. There's power in the mystery of the hidden face. details. I'm the spy within the eye. I need to know the level, the metric of your heart, so I can play the role, so I can play the part. It's exhausting, but I do it. A mechanic of the mood to ensure the evening attitude is good. I'm adjusting all the dials, I'm turning all the knobs, performing 100 different emotional jobs. If I can predict the storm, I can build the roof. I'm looking for the happiness, looking for the proof, but the data is too much. The numbers start to spin. I'm losing track of where the you ends and I begin. Check the gauge, check the gauge. Check the gauge, check the gauge. It's metric love, the calculation game. Trying to keep the fire in the perfect steady flame. I'm reading every signal, I'm checking every stats. Walking on the wire, acrobats. I'm curious how you feel, precise and down the scale. Terrified that the mechanism is going to fail. I calibrate the love, I measure out the care. There is static and tension hanging in the air. You look at me and smile, baby, just relax. I drop the heavy tools, I drop the heavy axe. I realize I'm projecting, I'm working far too hard, playing every single hand and every single card. You aren't a machine, you aren't a code to crack. I need to step away and take the pressure back. Take the case. I stand upon the edge of the cliff of being here, looking at the mist where the shapes all disappear. I'm not afraid of leaving, I'm not afraid of pain. I'm obsessed with the transition, the washing of the rain. What happens in the second when the circuit breaks the link? Do we fall into the ocean? Do we rise or do we sink? The ultimate inquiry, the question no one answers. The silence of the darkness, or the music of the dancers. I wanna peek behind the heavy velvet curtain to find the only thing that is absolutely certain. Does the light go white? Does the light go black? Is there a moment where you try to turn the vessel back? The curiosity is deeper than the bone, to know the destination where we travel all alone. I'm waiting for the signal, the final massive shift, the breaking of the anchor, and the beginning of the drift. Cross the line. secret kept, the door that's always shut, the severing of the tie and the final clean cut. Terminal the dead cannot report. We are stranded in the harbor, waiting at the port. I pull back from the edge, my heart is beating fast. The mystery is safe, the question's built to last. I have to live the wonder, I have to live the doubt, until the candle flickers and finally goes out. I'll know it when I know it. The secret waits for me, the final destination of the deep and blue breaking inside the fractured skull. I need to see the canvas before the paint was thrown, to navigate the sector that is completely unknown. The physics fall apart, the logic doesn't hold. The story of the origin is waiting to be told. I'm standing on the edge of the non-existent shore, asking what was living there before the before. Architect of fame, the city knows your face, the city knows your name. You built the empire up, you polished every stone, sitting like a god upon the modern throne. But I am not impressed by the shiny outer shell. I want to know the story of your private hell. The curiosity is digging at the base to find the hidden nervous tick upon your face. What did you sacrifice? Who did you betray to build a golden tower where you live today? I look behind the curtain, I read between the lines, searching for the weakness in the grand designs. Nobody is this perfect, nobody is this strong. I want to know exactly where it all went wrong. I need to find the flaw to validate my doubt, to let the heavy secret of the human out. Show the scar who you are. story from the past. The image of the idol is shattering at last. You're just a fragile person, a child in a suit, trying to protect the buried bitter root. The envy fades away, replaced by the relief that everyone is struggling with their own belief. You're human after all, the mystery is gone. We're both just trying to make it to the dawn. Just the same, just the same. The human game. I drove past the corner where I used to live, thinking of the answer that I didn't give. 10 years ago the choice was sitting in my hand, to stay upon the water or to move to land. I turned away from you, I chose the other track, but now the curiosity is pulling me back. I wonder where that timeline goes, the one I broke. Is it full of fire or is it full of smoke? I calculate the variables, the kids we never had, the version of the story that isn't quite this sad. I run the simulation in the cinema of mind, visiting the happiness I left behind. I see us in a kitchen that doesn't exist, navigating through the heavy mental mist. If I had said yes instead of saying no, would the garden of the spirit finally grow? The road not taken, the dream unshaken. Begins to move, I fall back in the rhythm of the current groove. The fantasy dissolves, the kitchen fades away. I'm back inside the body of the actual day. You cannot live a shadow, you cannot kiss a thought. I have to make my peace with the battles I have fought. I leave the phantom there, standing in the rain. I drive into the future of the chosen lane. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. water salt is heavy on the skin. I close the heavy lid to let the silence finally in. The light is gone completely, the gravity is dead. I'm floating in the vacuum inside the metal bed. I'm shutting down the sensors, I'm cutting off the feed to find the raw existence that I truly need. The curiosity is quiet, a hunger for the numb, to hear the blood just rushing inside the bony skull. I wanna know the feeling of the mind without the map, floating in the center of the sensory gap. Of the city can trap